Floyd, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I should be the one who's apologizing to you for not telling you a long time ago.
You and Nola love each other?
Yes, we're planning to get married as soon as she irons out some of these problems that she's been having. But now that I know about the baby...
Do you mean that you are the person that she was sneaking out at all hours to go and see? Oh, Floyd, are you telling me the truth?
Of course, I wouldn't lie to you about that.
Well, why can't you look me in the eye?
Well, I'm just thinking about Nola. I mean, there she is, thinking she's in trouble. All alone, afraid to tell me.
I just want to know one thing, Floyd. Why did Nola keep her feelings about you a secret for so long?
I don't know if you know this, Bea, but Nola's been seeing Dr. McIntyre at the hospital. She's a psychologist, a sex therapist.
I don't know what that has to do with Nola not telling me about her feelings, or you telling me soon.
Well, I wanted to, but Dr. McIntyre advised Nola that it would be bad for our relationship if she told everyone.
Why?
I don't know. I never understood it myself. But she said that it would ruin Nola's progress. And Nola told me I had to keep our relationship a complete secret. So I did. I love her, Bea.
Oh, poor Floyd.
Oh, don't say that. It couldn't be further from the truth. Everything's going to work out fine now. As soon as I find her, wherever she is up in the mountains, I'm going to take her into my arms, and I'm going to tell her that I'm happy that she's having our baby. And then we'll get married right away. Everything's going to work out. You'll see, Bea.
Not if Nola's gone to do what I think she's gone to do.
What are you talking about?
Floyd, I think Nola's gone away somewhere to have an abortion. I better go and call Tony. Maybe he'll know what to do.
Tony? Darlene, you know, you'd make this whole thing a lot easier if you put the damn groceries down.
Come on, I got things in here that are going to spoil if I don't get them into your fridge right away.
Okay.
Besides, didn't you tell me you were real hungry?
Oh, I am.
You men are all alike. You're all animals.
And you just love every minute of it, don't you?
I'll take these to the kitchen. You answer your phone.
No, I'll tell you what. I'll take these. Neither one of us will answer the phone. Now, where were we? Well, now what's the matter?
I can't. Not with that phone ringing off the wall.
Look, sit down. You know, you're the one that's off the wall. Yeah?
Oh, Tony, thank God you answered. I was just about to hang up.
What's the matter, Ma? You sound upset.
Oh, everything's wrong.
Well, tell me about it. I mean, I don't know.
I'm frightened to death that Nola's gone off to have an abortion.
Come on, what makes you think that?
She's gone, Tony. And I just found out who the man is.
Who, the married guy that got her pregnant? Well, who is he, Ma? You got to tell me who he is, because when I get my hands on this...
It's Floyd. And, he loves Nola and he wants to marry her.
Floyd? Floyd Parker?
Miss Reardon? Perhaps you ought to go back to Springfield and think this over for a few days and then call me with your decision.
No, I've already made my decision. I thought about having the abortion before I made the appointment with you.
But you don't seem to be as certain about your decision now. I saw it in your eyes before when I was discussing the time of the operation, and the nurse who was with you this afternoon, she sensed the same thing. Now, you're about to take an irreversible step. You must be absolutely sure of your conviction.
I am sure. I'm very sure. Doctor, I'm young, you know. I mean, I've got my whole life ahead of me, right? And I just don't want to be an unwed mother with a baby to take care of. No, I don't want that. So, I'm ready.
All right. I'll tell the nurse to prep you for surgery, and I'll go ahead as planned.
Great, thank you.
award-winning Guiding Light. This portion is presented by High Point Decaffeinated Coffee with the hearty, robust flavor to decaffeinate the ones you love. And by Bounce, it gets clothes soft, free of static cling, and gives them long-lasting freshness.
I'm telling you, Tony, Nola will never forgive herself if we don't find her and stop her before it's too late.
Well, just hang on a second. I'm still trying to deal with the fact that Floyd's the father. Are you sure?
Of course I am. Tony, Floyd is convinced that she didn't tell him she was pregnant because he thinks she was trying to trap him into marrying her. So we've got to find her before she does something she's going to regret.
Ma, look, I got somebody here now.
Tony, what is more important, your little sister or Darlene?
Ma, it's not that simple. You know, that's not the problem. If I knew where to look, I would. But you know what Nola's like. She could be anywhere now.
Tony, listen, I don't know if this is any kind of a clue, but you remember she was saying that she wanted to go to Hartford Mills to have the baby?
Look, number one, we don't know that she's in Hartford Mills. Number two, it'd take me a couple hours to get up there before I could even start looking. Look, we're not getting anywhere like this. Why don't I just come over there so we can talk, okay?
All right, Tony, but hurry.
Damn it.
Where are you going?
Darlene, don't give me any grief, huh? My sister's in trouble and my mom needs my help.
What were you saying about Hartford Mills?
Come on, I don't remember.
Tony, don't lie to me. I'm just trying to help. Because if Nola's in the kind of trouble I think she is, and she's gone up to Hartford Mills, I think I might know where.
What do you know? Well, what do you know about this thing, Darlene? Tell me, damn it.
Okay. Remember I told you I was having lunch with Gracie Middleton and Nola came along? Yeah, well, Gracie was asking me all these questions about if I knew a doctor that did abortions and all, and how much he charged.
What's the doctor's name?
Dr. Russo. I don't know his first name, though.
Yeah, Hartford Mills, please. Yeah, have you got a number for a Dr. Russo? No, I don't know his first name. Come on, how many Dr. Russos could there be in Hartford Mills? Yeah, I'll wait. You say one word about this to anybody, I'll make you sorry.
Who am I going to tell? I told Gracie and Nola that my sister had been up to see a doctor up there because she already had 4 kids.
What was that? 6151. Okay, thank you.
Did you get the number?
Yeah.
What about dinner?
Look, you go ahead and fix dinner, and if I make it back in time, fine. If not, you eat, throw the rest in the freezer.
Doctor's office.
Yeah, is Dr. Russo there? This is an emergency.
I'm sorry, but the doctor isn't available at the moment.
Well, who's this?
This is the answering service. The doctor's in surgery at the moment, and his receptionist left for the day.
This is an emergency. I got to talk to him.
Well, sir, I should be hearing from Dr. Russo within the hour. Would you like to leave your name and number, and I'll have him get back to you?
No. Damn it. Sweetheart, I'll see you later, all right?
Yeah, I'll wait for you here till I hear from you.
Yeah, have fun.
I hope you catch Nola in time.
So do I. Broad on the phone said the doctor's in surgery. I just hope that doesn't mean that he's doing his number on Nola. Be good, huh?
Floyd, I wish I could say something to make you feel better, but Tony's on his way over. He'll know what to do.
What good can Tony do if we're too late and Nola's already had the abortion?
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, I don't understand why she was afraid to tell me that she was pregnant. I mean, she knows that I love her.
Oh, maybe she wasn't afraid, Floyd. Maybe there was some other reason.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't think Nola knows what goes on in her time. I think I'm going to have a drink. Would you care to join me?
No, thanks. Actually, if I can't talk to Alan, I'd just as soon go back to the hotel and change for dinner.
Oh, I really should apologize to you for not inviting you out to dinner, but we'll do it soon, I promise you. I know just how lonely it can be, being new in a brand new city.
Well, to tell you the honest truth, I haven't had a chance to get lonely. At least not yet. Ross Marler has been a one-man welcome wagon. He has taken me to lunch and dinner every day since I've been here. And today, we're going first to his brother's house for a drink, and then we're going to dinner.
Well, good for you, Carrie.
I beg your pardon?
Ross was very, involved with Vanessa Chamberlain for the longest time. And then he developed an absolute fascination for this bland little shop girl type.
Excuse me, Diane, Rossmiller and I are not very involved, or very anything for that matter. I like him, I think he likes me, and we enjoy spending time together, and that's really where the story begins and ends.
Well, I am delighted to hear it all the same.
Excuse me, Diane. Oh, how are you, Miss Todd?
Carrie, please.
Oh,
I'm just fine, thank you, Henry.
are you enjoying working here?
I am very much, but I must be going if you'll both excuse me. Henry, it's a pleasure to see you. Diane, good night.
Good night.
Nice girl.
Well, what can I do for you?
I left several messages for you today. Didn't you get any of them?
Oh, yes, I got them all, but I've been very busy.
Yes, I'm always very busy, but I somehow manage to return people's calls.
Henry, if you are unhappy with me, or with anything else around here, why don't you just complain to Alan?
Miss Ballard, Alan told me today that his father's papers and correspondence are locked away in a storeroom in the basement here, and you have a key?
Yes, that's right. I have the only key. Why?
Well, Alan said he was keeping those letters in case a biographer might want them as reference material for a biography of Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that if there were any personal letters of mine among them, that I could remove them before some eager beaver biographer started working on them.
Uh-huh. Well, one day when I have a spare minute or two, we'll go over those files together.
That won't be necessary. I can go through them all. It'll probably take some time.
Oh, no, not really. You see, Brandon's secretary went through all of his papers and filed them neatly away before Alan moved all that stuff into the storeroom. So, as I said, when I have the time to take you down there, I'm sure that you'll find all of your personal letters in no time. If, as you say, Brandon even kept them.
Thank you. Oh, and I would appreciate your finding the time as quickly as possible. Oh, Alan.
Well, you're here awfully late.
Yes, I'm just going. Good night, all.
Well, how did your talk go with Bert?
Fine.
How's Hope?
She's all right, I guess. There was an urgent call from her while I was talking to Bert, which is a little alarming, but when Bert got back, she said Hope simply wanted to invite her to dinner, which is a great relief.
Alan, no, you just have to learn to relax again.
Easier said than done.
Were you this nervous when Elizabeth was pregnant with Philip?
Now, there's a question to help me relax. Where did that come from?
Oh, I think it's a logical one. After all, from what you've told me, Elizabeth had a very difficult pregnancy. You and her doctor were close friends, weren't you? I think that's so interesting. As a matter of fact, I've always been curious about something.
What's that?
Were you and Paul Lacrosse friendly before he became Elizabeth's doctor, or did you get to know each other?
Diane, did you take this message from Jennifer?
Yes. She wanted to talk to you about the psychiatrist that you brought in to examine Amanda. Apparently, he saw her this afternoon.
And she said it went all right?
She said she was very encouraged, but she would like you to talk to her.
All right, fine. Make a note of it. I'll call him first thing in the morning.
Sure.
Oh, and I spoke to Ross, and he said he was going to redraft my will to see that Philip and Amanda got equal shares in my estate. Did he say anything to you about that?
Alan, don't you think that it would be best to wait until Hope has the baby? That way you'd only have to redo it once.
Yes, perhaps you're right.
Would you please put that away for a minute? Relax.
You can pretend all you want, Alan. I know Philip isn't really your son, or Elizabeth's either. Of course, that won't stop you from making him a rich man one day, along with Amanda and this new baby of Hope's. I've got to find a way to stop you from leaving them control of this company.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I hurting you?
No, not at all. I'm afraid if you continue, I'll fall asleep.
Now, we will have none of that. We have a lot of work to do tonight.
I wonder why all my relationships aren't as straightforward and uncomplicated as ours is. I'll always be grateful to you for that.
Well, don't you think it's about time we started thinking about getting over to my place?